You think a lack of motivation is your problem, but it's not. It's your mental bandwidth. Now, this is something that surprisingly doesn't get talked a lot in the personal development space. I actually hear it talked more about in the professional setting than I do in the personal development setting, but it's pretty central to any sort of productivity, goal achieving, personal development thing that you may be indulging in right now. And the basic gist of it is that our brains are like computers and they have a certain bandwidth. So one of the ways to be more productive and to increase the chances that we achieve our goals is by managing our mental bandwidth. Now, unfortunately, so many of us don't do this, or if we try to do it, we do it all wrong. If you take a look, we live in a society where we have so many things constantly pulling at our mental bandwidth. And these things even train our brains to constantly be running on the last little bit of fuel that our bandwidth has. These are things like smartphones, social media, toxic friends, drama, all of this stuff, politics, that is constantly pulling our attention and draining our mental bandwidth. And so one of the best things that we can do for our mental bandwidth and for our productivity and for our level of happiness and for our mental health and for a whole bunch of other things is to manage our mental bandwidth. And one of the best ways to do that is to remove things that are draining our mental bandwidth and are not giving us an ROI on our investments. So that can look like cutting certain people off. That can look like editing the relationship with those people. That can look like deleting the social media apps off your phone. That can look like limiting your use of social media. That can look like getting more organized at work. However you choose to go about it, it is extremely important to make note of how we're managing or not managing our mental bandwidth.